Good day, it's Egg. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the Real Grade Full Burner, a model kit released by Bandai in 2013. This mobile suit comes from my favorite Gundam OVA, 0083 Stardust Memory, a series of good mecha and bad women. The Full Burner, because I choose to ignore the last letter, is the second form of the GP01. Both versions were released side by side in the Real Grade line, but for me, I only needed one of them. So let's see what we got. The Full Burner comes in a standard Real Grade box, and it offers a pretty typical build of its time. The mobile suit is constructed from pre-built inner frame pieces forming most of its joints. A focused 2 days of work would be enough to complete this kit with proper detailing. The only area I recommend painting is the thrusters, which I did in red. Otherwise, gray and black panel lining will do wonders. The stickers add a lot to any Real Grade, and there are a few nice ones for the GP01, especially for the shoulders. I found a lot of them didn't stick very nicely though, so I only used the most important ones. We get a core fighter, which is pretty interesting. It has some weird looking flower pot thrusters, and it's certainly not as pleasing to the eye as the standard GP01's core fighter, but it's still decent on its own. The mobile suit has a strangely hollow waist though. I'm sure nothing weird is going on here, so let's just look at the instructions on how to put it together and oh, no. Well, there is a certain complication with this kit. The top and bottom connect to the core fighter with small weak pegs that make this guy turn into Darth Maul nearly every time you touch it. You're constantly adjusting the body and it just keeps lifting no matter what you do. There are nipple thrusters that come out from the chest vents that stick out and keep that part in place a little bit better, but that's only one of two areas where the Full Burner can split in half. So any way you look at it, you have to be careful when handling this kit. If we've learned anything from the Real Grade Zeta Gundam, it's that style and a dedication to replicating anime gimmicks can result in kits that require extra care and attention. The Full Burner is one of those. But does this ruin things entirely? Not really, because once everything falls into place, you are left with an amazing looking model. This is a wonderful representation of one of the cooler mobile suits that's ever been designed. The Real Grade has been to the gym lately and worked on those calves, resulting in significantly less bulk than the old Master Grade. Like other Real Grades, this is a modern take on a classic design, and it's full of great detail that some simple work can really bring out. If you wonder why I say Full Burner instead of Full Vernier, or whatever the wieners say, it's because this guy is living his life with the stove dials turned to 10. There are lots of thrusters on this dude, pop-out ones on the shoulders, two giant ones on the back, the previously mentioned beef cannons, and even more on the legs. There is no shortage of Wright Brothers power here. For accessories, we get the same gun and shield as the standard GP01. There's nothing new for the Full Burner, which is a little bit lame. The gun looks decent, but it struggles to stay in place with the posable RG hand. Which is okay, because we get a dedicated holding hand for it, and a pair of fists as well. The shield can fold down, and it has a pretty weak connector that goes into the back of the arm. It looks fine, but it's a bit awkward to pose. There is a dedicated shield holding hand though, which looks pretty good from the front. Not to shock you guys too much, but it also has beam sabers with separate handles, so you don't have to use the ones on the back. Overall, the Real Grade Full Burner is a very nice looking kit. It's a wonderful model full of detail, and the modernized design looks excellent. It has a special consideration with the waist, which isn't perfect but doesn't ruin the kit entirely. If you want something to mess around with and smash against the wall, buy the Gundam Universe action figure. If you want a beautiful display piece, get this guy. Yeah, this guy right here. For some reason, Bandai hasn't given us an upgraded HG or MG of this kit, so this is the most modern version you can get. The old Master Grade has its charm, and I loved making the standard GP01, but this is basically like the old Stone Age of Gunpla kits in comparison. To give this guy a bagel rating, I'm gonna say the real grade full burner is a poppy seed bagel. It's pretty, it tastes great, but when handling it you might lose some parts, and if you're rough, then you're gonna end up with a little less than what you started with. That's all I gotta say in this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want. I'll see you guys next time for, I don't know. Until then, bye bye.